This is Richard, creator of Torah.Global. So Torah.Global, if you're not aware, is an online fellowship finder and social community. So just the other day on Facebook, someone asked a question, what's the difference between Torah.Global and the 119 Fellowship Finder? So I just want to answer that question quickly here with the video and give some of the differences you'll see between our site. Now, I think it's great what 119 has done. I think, as far as I know, they've provided Fellowship Finder within our Torah community before anyone else. So they've got a lot of people on that site. I'm guessing 5,000, could be wrong, but it looks like thousands for sure. But there are a few drawbacks, and that's sort of what gave me the idea to create a site like 119 Fellowship Finder, just to provide a few extra features. So we'll walk through some of those today. So first we're going to go look at Fellowship Finder on 119. So if you're not familiar how to get there, 119ministries.com/resources/fellowship-finder. So once you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the map. You click the map. On the left, you'll see layers. A bit confusing if you're not sure what Google Maps, how it works. But let's just pick a marker at random here in the US. So we'll pick here. Let's choose another one. See, there we go. So I think one negative here of 119 Fellowship Finder is the information's private. So anybody can come visit this site and look up your address, your email, and your phone number. A lot of people appear to use their home address, which in my mind is not great to have your information like that public. So one thing that's helpful with 119 Fellowship Finder is you can search by location. So let's type in something like San Diego. That'll give you markers close to or in San Diego. So again, you click on the marker, it shows up on the left. Very helpful. And then if you want to go ahead and add a listing to 119, you just have to scroll down on the page. And this is how you submit, update, or delete listings. You'll notice here it says it takes 7 to 10 days, working days, for that to happen. So I guess in my mind, one downside of that is you're not really in control of your own information. It can take a while to update, and I don't know how often that information is checked. So in comparison, I'll just do a quick tour of the Torah.Global site. So if you go to our homepage, which is www.torah.global, we'll sign in here. If you don't have an account, it's very easy. I'll just show you the process there. So if you sign up, just hit the sign up button. Then you'll be asked for very basic information. So email, password, first name, nickname, profile type. So that's individual, a family, or a group. And location. So for location, we just ask that you please use your nearest town. So for example, Los Angeles, and then California, United States. Try to avoid using something as generic as South Africa. So don't make it too close. Don't use your home address, but if you can, use your nearest town. Right, but I've already got an account, so I'll just hit sign in. And I'll just say, if you do create an account, I try to weed out the fake accounts. So I manually review each account that's created, just to try my best to keep the spam down. If it looks like there's a questionable account, what I'll do is I'll email that person and just ask for clarification on information they provided. And I've found in the past that if it's a dodgy account, they usually don't write back anyways. So we'll just go ahead and sign up, or sign in, sorry. So the first thing you'll see here is, this is called the activity page or activity feed. This is a bit like Facebook. This just shows when someone's became a member, when a group's been formed, when someone shared an update. So that can be as simple as, I'll show an example here. This is an example of a post with photo. So you can, there's a couple things you can add with your posts. You can add pictures, documents. So we'll just put in a picture here, upload. Once the little blue icon's done, that means it's uploaded, so we hit post. So that'll come up here. So everybody who's a member and logs into the site will see updates just like this. So you got to forgive me, I got some chickens walking around here. Hopefully they don't cause too much trouble. Probably think they're getting some food. We'll just go ahead and delete that. So that's one main difference there. On the right here, you'll see newest members. So this, shoo, come on. This just shows some of the newest members here, if anyone's active. So you can see here, I'm active. I got a little green dot there. Come on, this is go on, shoo. This also shows groups. So same thing, newest, active, popular, and latest updates. Let's see, what else can we see? On the left, you'll see links for your account. So this just allows you to do things like delete your account, change your password, etc. Also shows your profile. Gotta get rid of these chickens. Come on, out of here. Shoo, get out of here. So you can see your profile. So again, this is just like Facebook, where you get a profile. It has your first name, nickname, your profile type, and then just a small About Me section, and your location. This also shows timeline. So a timeline is just where you've shared updates, made connections with people, etc. Connections, this is a bit like friends on Facebook. Groups is any groups that you're a part of or created. Photos, events, same thing if you've created an event or a part of an event. Any documents, and email invites. So messages is handy. This allows you to, instead of putting out your email to the public or to anyone there that's registered, you can just send a direct message. So you just type in, where are we at here? So new message, this little icon here. Then you can type in a member. So Stephen, he's a dear friend. So I'll just write Shabbat Shalom. Then you can hit send. With that, you can also send photos and documents too. So that just means that because I don't ask for people's email address to be shown on their profiles, as you'll notice here, it just means if you want to send messages or get someone's contact details, you have to contact them directly, and they can choose to share it or not. So you see here, there's no email address. So on the profile, I've made it that your last name's hidden as well. Just really trying to think, how can I maximize privacy here? On the left, you'll see Fellowship Finder, so we'll just see how that works. So it's a bit similar to the 119. You'll see markers. You'll see these blue circles with numbers. That just shows a cluster of people within a similar area. So we can go full screen there. So let's just find our location, for example. So here, there's 3. I think this one's me. No, that's my friends, Ben and Carrie. Friend Stephen. Here we are. So this allows you to see the profile. The profile shows the location, the first name. It also shows the date and time that they were last online. This was actually quite a commonly requested feature. So people on 119, or that were using 119, made the remark that it'd be nice to know when people were last online. So this is how you can check that. So it shows the nickname, profile type, and a bit about me. So that way, if you want to learn more and connect with that person, it's easy. You just click on their name or the photo. It takes you to their profile. Let's see, we'll connect with someone that isn't us. So we can connect here with my friend Stephen. So I'm already connected, but if I wanted to, I could send a message. I could follow, which just means if he puts out any updates, that I get a notification in my email. If you happen to have a problem with someone, you can report them, and you can even block them too. So I'll show you another thing on the Fellowship Finder. So that's search by location with filters. So one way to search is what I've shown you here. with the map. The second way is by location. So let's just use Melbourne, lockdown capital of the world. So Melbourne, Victoria, we'll put that in. It says no results were found. Click here to search within a wider range, or click here to see all of our locations. So let's just do a wider range. So that just shows there's 7 people within 500 miles of Melbourne. Now you'll see here there's 7 profiles, and it shows you in order. Let's see, we can organize that distance. So this will just show us who is the closest to Melbourne. And it shows here 130 miles away in a place called Myrtleford. And that just gives it a helpful way to search and really narrow things down. Now, if you want, you could also filter out your results. You can increase or decrease the radius here. This is in miles. You can choose whether you want to see individuals, families, or groups, or if you leave it blank, it'll show all of them, and even search for a first name. So that's quite helpful. You can also use this Locate Me button here. So it wants to know your location. So that'll just say, oh, well, I'll have to fix that. That's a little bug. But in the meantime, you get the idea. Just type your location, easy enough. Now, all of these listings here, you can choose by how to see it, either by grid or by list. So if you do by list, it gives you the option to send message, and same with if you do it in a list like this, same thing. You can send a message to people. All right, so the next thing we'll look at is events. So if you click on events, it shows you all the created events. So at the moment, I've created one event, no one else has created events. Now, if you want to add an event, simply just go to the upper hand corner, the upper hand corner, and click the button Add Event. Now it'll walk you through 5 steps. So the first one is name your event. Then under that is this a group? So if you're part of a group and you're administrator of that group or creator of that group, then you can add an event and attach it to a group, which is quite simple. So if there's already a group created that you've created, you can just choose one of these groups here. Now, I believe the group has to be public for you to do that. Now, the next thing you do is choose the date and time, the location, provide some details of the event, and a photo as well. Now, the handy thing is when you want to find events, you just click on Events, which is also here on your sidebar on the left, which you can hide. So this allows you to search for a keyword. So search for keyword near, type in an address here. You could type in San Diego, and then the dates. So this pulls up a calendar. And then here you can choose an advanced search. You can search within 100 miles of that location. You could choose a category, such as just a few generic ones I've created: Bible study, feast days, Shabbat, or other. And then you can view the events either by a list, like we're seeing here, a grid, a map, or a calendar. So if it's on a map, it'll show you markers, which is quite helpful if it's for something like, say, Sukkot, and there's 40 congregations within a couple hundred miles of you, for example. Then you can see on the map where people are. And then once you click on that marker on the map, it'll just take you to the main page of that event. So this is the main page of this event called Sukkot in Tasmania. So that just says when, where, what type, so it's classifies as a feast day, a map where the event is, and then just a brief description. And here, Bruce, who's wanting to come, has made a little comment, and if you want to make a comment about it as well, for example, can I have more information? Hit publish. Another way to do this is, well, that's probably the best way to do that. Okay, the next thing we'll do is look at groups. So groups is handy. Looks like I've created this example group, which is just a test. I'll go and delete that later, but here's a few groups. So we've got singles group, Australian homeschoolers, jobs and services, and then just a couple I made just in case people were interested, midwives in the US and homesteaders across the Ozarks. So I might just mention here the singles. It's a closed group. I've had a lot of people on Facebook mention that they are trying to find a place, find a husband or wife within the Torah community and finding it difficult. So I have created this group. I had to create some extra functions. So at the moment it's closed, but if you're interested in being a part of that, just send me a message on Torah.Global or email me at admin, ADMIN, at Torah.Global. So if you want to create a group, it's pretty simple. Just go here, create a group. You type in the name of the group, test group. This is a test. As soon as you do this, it creates a group. Now here you get to choose privacy, so it can be a public group. So when I mean public, it's anybody that's registered as a member can see it. Private, you'll see the group listed on the groups page, but you can only join by requesting to join. And then hidden, the group is there, but you can only be invited by someone who's already in the group. And then this allows you here, group invitations, which members can invite each others, you can choose that. Who can submit activity feeds for the group, photos, albums and documents. So it gives you full control over privacy there. So I thought the groups would be a handy way for people of similar interests or similar location to be able to connect. Now, on the left here of the sidebar, I'll just go through some of the features. So you've got your account here. So if you click on account, you can change a password. You can choose your notifications. So this just allows, if someone tags you, and that tags your nickname, then you get a notification. Same if you change a password, if someone replies to a post or comments, and it's quite in depth here. So you can choose to receive all the notifications to your email or not. And it can also go to your web. So if it goes to the web, you get the little icon up here, or icon here that says, looks like a bell with a number if you've got notifications. So that way you can either have it just when you log in, or log in and email, or only email. Privacy just gives you a few more options. If you happen to block someone, it'll show up here. You can delete your account here as well. Profile, this just means you can go through and edit, so you can edit your profile anytime, and your location, etc. Your timeline is just a record of things that you've done. So if you have connected with someone else, if you've posted an update, etc. And the timeline will show people you're connected with and yourself. So it's not like the activity feed where it shows everybody. Your timeline is more relevant to you and your connections. Messages, this just allows you to direct message someone. I might have already done that in this example here. And then on the left, you've got Fellowship Finder, Events, My Connections, and My Groups. Up at the top, you had the main pages, so that's Activity, Fellowship Finder, Events, Group, Contact. So the contact can be accessed whether you're logged in or logged out. I just want to make it easy, so if someone has a problem, you can just get a hold of me. My main goal really is just to support the community and allow people to connect. So I've been striving for something meaningful to do with my time, and hopefully this is meaningful to others. Other than that, we've got a search, if you want to search the whole site. And messages again here, and notifications, which I've already gone over. Now this icon here with the name and picture, this is very similar to what's on the left. So profile, account, timeline, notifications, and it goes on. So hopefully that shows some of the main differences here between Torah.Global and 119 Fellowship Finder. I just hope that whatever you do, you're blessed with fellowship. There's enough challenges in this life, so hopefully we can let our light shine and bring out the best in each other. So I just pray that the Father may allow that to happen. So thank you for your time. If you haven't registered, I just ask that you please go ahead and register and share this video with others as well. That'd be great. Just spread the word and help us to grow in faith. May Yah bless. Bye for now.